Welcome back. We are jumping into our third conversation of the morning, or I should say, punching in to our first conversation of the morning. Okay, I don't know. I'm trying to think here. But the conversation is about the Pro FC10 competition that's coming up. And we are joined by representatives of Pro FC to talk to us about the main event. We are joined by Silvino Riverol, and he's the president of Pro FC. And we're also joined by Thomas Godfrey, and he is an MMA fighter. Good morning, gentlemen. And thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having us this morning.
All right, well, let's get things started with a bit of conversation about MMA fighting. Maybe we should start there. Let's talk about what you guys do and give us a bit of knowledge about MMA fighting.
Well, to start off, in Pro FC, we're a MMA league, and MMA is mixed martial arts, which is combining all the arts together, fighting in the cage. And the sport has been going in Belize over the past few years now. We started doing Pro FC in 2019, and we have seen drastically our crowds and our fan base grow drastically, and also our different gyms in MMA in Belize now. We have a total of about 7 gyms in Belize, so we're definitely growing. It's not only like before in the US and stuff. No, Belize actually has a MMA-based gyms and fighters locally, and we're fighting also outside as well, not only in Belize. No.
How is it that you got into or grew an interest for MMA? I understand you're one of the main events for the upcoming event.
Well, at first it was just Silvino and my older brother that started training. You know, that was like 4 years back, and I was still at school, and I wanted to get into boxing rather than MMA. Because, again, I didn't understand the fundamentals in MMA. And when I used to watch MMA with my brother or anyone else, I was like, these guys don't know, they don't want to fight. You're hugging all the time, you're on the ground, they don't know what's happening.
They don't mean what they do.
Exactly. And then I started to, just after school, after I'm finished training, I'm watching them training in the yard. And they're like, you should try it. And Silvino's like, you have to try it, because when I'm not here, you need to help your brother with the mitts and stuff. So then I started trying it, and I started to do it. And it's not a soft sport. It's not like football. It's not like any other sport. It asks a lot, right, from you. You get hit in the face.
So you actually get hit.
You get hit.
When we say contact, we mean it.
Like a real punch with a real hand.
Yeah. So it's not for everyone. You get hit in the face. You get hit in. You have injuries come up. A lot of things, but. It's just a really good sport because it's a mind game.
Yeah.
It's a mind game. Even now, like leading up to this fight, I'm dealing with my weight cut right now. I feel wonderful right now. So it's just a mind game.
How long have you been?
I've been training MMA for like 3 years, going for 4.
Wow. What's the mental tool or the mindset that you have to have going into a fight? I mean, I think about the ordinary individual. You take a punch in the face and the mindset is, nah, another part is. Where's the exit?
Yeah.
Right? Where's the exit? But to take a punch to the face and to still stand and fight, it's like life. You take a hit in life and you still stand and continue going. What's the mindset?
Continue. You just have to continue. And I'm a assistant coach at WAR, so I teach a striking class, and I keep telling the guys at the gym, you're gonna suck, all right? You're gonna get beat up, especially from us that know what we're doing, and you're just starting up. You're gonna get beat up. I got beat up when I was starting, but you just have to stay with it, because if you stop, every time you stop, it's gonna take longer for you to catch up back with everyone else. So it's just continuing. And in the gym and fighting, it's total different thing, because in the gym, it's everyone, everyone that's in there, right? You guys are like a family. It's like a family in the gym. But when you're fighting, it's something else. When you're walking up there and fighting in front of people, a lot of people, it's kind of nervous, but in the same way, you have fun. Yeah. And I got to you get used to it. I'm not really nervous. I've got used to it. I fought, this is going to be my 7th fight, I believe.
Wow.
So yeah, I have a little bit of experience under me, and I fought on some cards that have a nice crowd in Nicaragua. So in Nicaragua, it was a lot of people. So if I could deal with that, I think I could deal with this.
You got it. I want to know, what would be one of the primary reasons that someone would decide that they want to join MMA fighting?
Well, when I started training MMA in 2015, I started in Houston, Texas, because I used to deal with exporting stuff. So I
Okay.
used to step into the gym to train, and I got into it for physical to get fit, and because also I'm very aggressive, so I channeled most of my negative energy through that system, no?
Wow.
Which is the same thing I decided when I brought it to Belize in Orange Rock. I said, I'm going to get the youths that I know that are troubled and put them into my gym and train them, no? And his brother was one of the first guys that I met, and we started training, we became close, and now I have a bunch of kids, no? They're grown up, because Thomas, I got him when he was 15, now he's 20. So kids like him I've raised up, and they're really good. They channel their negative energy to positive, and we have fighters like Thomas, Jalen, those guys that are actually winning fights, belts, you know. So they're doing very good at it. And also in Belize City, we have also like Prevail Combat Club, who does the same thing. We also have Mr. Juan Card in Belmopan and Israel Vasquez in San Ignacio. All of those guys do the same thing. They get those youths, put them through this channel, and get all the negative energy into positive energy, and make champions. And then now you can actually have fight and make money through this, because it's a mainstream sport. It's no longer just a backyard sport. It's a mainstream sport.
What does it mean for you to see the sport develop the way it has in Belize, to the point where you could actually have these events, sell tickets, and have Belizeans come out and actually enjoy MMA fights here in Belize?
Well, that's the thing. When we started this Pro FC thing, it was just a dream we had of, something we loved, and we want people to be passionate about it. And I would say I thank my wife who supports me, because I'm kind of crazy. I love this sport so much. She says the only time she sees me happy is when I'm organizing these events, because I don't get upset. I'm always like focused 100% on it. So I just want people to enjoy it as much as I do, and people are actually enjoying it now. If you go to one of our events, even the people that do boxing, they will tell us, man, your events are very hype. They're very, it's an event. It's not just to sit down and watch a fight. It's an experience. We have like beautiful lights. We have a nice system playing. Or we have the big LED screens in the background.
Wow.
And it's like being to a real event. Like if you've ever been to a UFC event in the States, we do it as close as we can to that event, no? So it's an experience. We also have bartenders, waitresses going around serving the VIP section. And the fights are exciting as well, which is the most important part, no? So I invite everyone that has never been to an event Saturday to come out in Orange Rock Down at the multipurpose complex at 7:30 p.m. We have the fights. We have 8 MMA fights. Thomas is fighting in the main event for the 170-pound amateur welterweight belt against Emil Tapsin from San Ignacio. It's going to be a very, very exciting fight.
So are these fights prize fights?
Unfortunately, this card is an amateur card, so they don't get paid. Amateur is pretty much to get exposure. We do have professional fights as well, but in this event, it's only strictly an amateur card. We do have a couple of professional fighters. We have like Frank Vasquez from Dangriga, who fights in Pro FC as a professional, but he's not fighting in this event, no?
Okay.
That's interesting. I love, Paul, that you brought up the price fights, because I know internationally that is something that takes place. But in Belize, what is the level like right now, where persons fight to win, to earn money? What would you say has been one of the most that an athlete has earned by winning a fight?
Well, as of present, right now, we only have one professional MMA fighter, and that's Frank Vasquez, the one I mentioned. Actually, I'm his manager, and I'm his head coach as well. No?
Yeah.
So he's the only professional fighter. We will have some more coming along soon, because like what I said, we're just developing. But he's the only one, and his pay, like the last fight we had, is $1,000 US in Cancun.
Wow.
And he got $1,000 US for the knockout too, so it's $2,000 US he got, which is not a lot, but for his second fight, it's pretty good as a
And he
professional.
trained here in Belize?
He trains right in Orange Rock with
And
us.
he became a professional
Right here.
in
He's
Belize.
the first Belizean, like we say, born, trained as well in Belize. Because we have other Belizean Americans, right?
Yeah.
But he's a Belizean born, Belizean trained fighter. And then we're going to have also our first Belizean born, Belizean fighter soon in the UFC as well, very soon.
Well, that speaks to the prospects. That speaks to the opportunity and the possibilities for even yourself. I mean, the fact that we could produce this level of talent here in Belize for this particular discipline is simply amazing.
Yeah, and we have shown that our level of MMA is high, because, for example, like Jalen Perez, he fought Jonathan Chutan from Guatemala for the 135-pound belt. And Chutan used to come before at Pro FC and beat all the Belizeans. But he fought Jalen twice, and for the first time, it was a controversial draw. The second time, Jalen finished him in the third round. So Jalen showed that, our level of MMA is better than Guatemala now, right? So
Is it for this weekend's event, is it going to be
international?
It's going to be international fighters.
We have a few Mexicans and a couple of Guatemalans fighting. In fact, Raheem Lambi, who should have been here for the interview, but unfortunately, because of traffic, didn't make it. He's fighting for the 145-pound featherweight belt against Mr. Serrano from Guatemala City, so it's going to be a nice fight.
Yeah.
Belize versus Guatemala. We also have like Jalen versus a Mexican. Jalen is going up in weight to fight at 145 now because he wants that belt at 145 too.
Yeah.
So he's going up in weight. So we have him versus a Mexican from Cancun. We also have other Belizeans fighting Mexicans from Merida. So it's going to be like international event. Apart from Thomas's fight, you have other international fights. So come out with your flags, cheer for your local guys. It's going to be exciting. Again, Orange Walk Saturday at the Multipurpose Complex. And tickets are $30 general, sold only at the door.
Okay.
The VIPs are $75, and those you can get them through WhatsApp at 670-0716 by reservations only.
670-0716.
And it's only $75. You get a personal waitress and a bartender, and you have a kid side seat so you can get spilled with somebody's sweat and blood.
Yeah, wonderful. I mean, that's the experience you're looking for when you go to these fights.
That sounds amazing, yeah.
Thank you both so much for being on set. Any final thoughts and closing words from yourself for young individuals that may be thinking about being a part of this discipline? What do you say to them? How do you inspire and encourage them?
Well, it's not only for MMA, it's for everything, whatever you do, especially if you're someone young, especially in Belize, because as Silvino said when he was talking about our level of competition towards the other countries nearby, it's not only on MMA, not to speak like we're the biggest thing that's popping right now, but we have everyone else in different sports like basketball, football. They just need that. They just need someone to push them. Once they have that push behind them, we could have a lot of professional athletes in Belize. We just need Belize to push them. We need the support from our country to push us, because that's really what's happening here. The athletes want to compete, want to go to their best level, but we don't have our country to support us. So if we could get that, that would be a big push, and
I love
just
that.
keep going, guys.
And I love that you have a president that's not waiting for the heavens to open and to rain down all the support before you organize events like this and get the youths engaged and train and actually bring the sport to a professional level. And huge respects to you, man, for doing that and for being that for these young men. Once again, thank you both so much for coming on this morning. I know you traveled all the way from Orange Walk, got stuck in a bit of traffic, and you just never bring no tacos. That my only quarrel right now.
What? You guys have to go and come back.
But thank you both so much.
Thank you very much as well for having us, and hopefully we can be back soon.
Yes, alrighty. All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, it's all about paintball in Belize. We'll be joined by the Paintball Belize Federation to tell us a bit of how you can be a part. Don't go away.